Hey guys, welcome to Pots and Pans and Wooden Spoons, episode number 22. We get straight in with the warm-up as per usual, and then we're going to be going into loop 5A today. So if you want that track kind of ready to go, then make sure you load that if that's something that you haven't got prepared. Okay, we're going to do doubles today, so that's the right, left, right, or left, right.
Pots and pans and wooden spoons. Pots and pans and wooden spoons. Pots and pans and wooden spoons. Pots and pans and wooden spoons.
As always, guys, natural get this as even as possible. So if this speed is a little bit fast for you, what we're going to do, we're going to drop it down. Hey Sam, how you doing? So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. What we really want to try and avoid here, when we are using uneven wooden spoons like this, what we try and do is make sure that we don't do this. So we don't want to go like, yeah, it's really important to try and get this even. Again, if you want a drum kit, it's going to be done straight around the snare drum. If you've got drumsticks, I'd probably suggest to use those just to make sure you can get it as even as possible. And again, if this is too fast, let's go down to 1, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey Cloudy, how you doing? And again, this is really hard. I struggle a lot to now go to the next speed, doing doubles with these uneven wooden spoons. I'm going to give it a go. You can hear that's not as even as we should have it. So as you start to go faster, I would definitely suggest to use drumsticks if you've got them. Not, just do the best one you've got.
Pots and pans and wooden spoons. Pots and pans and wooden spoons. Pots and pans and wooden spoons. Pots and pans and wooden spoons.
Cool, right then guys, sometimes we do guess the sound now, sometimes we do it next. We're going to hopefully dial Cloudy in and get her to guess the sound, but she's on a vocal rest at the moment. So Cloudy, just so you know, all I'm going to get you to do is hold up your fingers like that, as in 1, 2, 3. I will do all the talking, so don't worry. Okay, let's get started with the track then. We're going to go back to loop 5A, as I was just saying at the beginning. So a couple of people just said it was kind of jolting a little bit when they were playing along to the live. So if that happens, you can mute me just for a couple of seconds. I'm going to wave at the end of it and play along to the track if that's helpful, if your internet hasn't been good. So that's definitely a way around it. So without further ado, let's get going. Now, this is one that I had to break down over a few lessons. I've just practiced it just before we went on live, and it's getting smoother. It's still not like 100% there. I don't feel like I could talk over the top of it and just comfortably play it on stage, for example. However, it's getting there, so I'm going to play it and I'm going to break it down with you guys. And I'm actually going to work on the shaker pattern today as well, and just talk about the offbeat side of things and come in on the offbeat. So. So I'm going to try and go straight in. This is the first time I've tried this. So 1, 2. thought I'd give you guys an update on how I'm doing there. It's a little bit uneven on the shakers here and there, and the biggest thing now that I've got to watch out for is the sound of what we're playing. Although we're playing a cardboard box and, you know, a pot with a tea towel over the top of it, we've still got to try and hit the same place and get a good sound. It doesn't matter if this is a real drum kit, even the electric ones, you hit them in different places, it's not going to sound good. So if you hear often, I'm going like this, rather than hitting this exactly in the center. So, and the way around this, my suggestion would be, the one that you're struggling to get over and get the right sound is look at that and actually focus on that. It's the same if you're playing around a drum kit, and often we've got the snare drum and then we've got 3 toms. It's the middle tom people clip and they don't play very well because it feels like it's too far to reach over to. So what I suggest to do is actually just look at that tom. It's the same here. Look at the thing that you're struggling to be even with. So I'm going to play it one more time and just show you. And again, guys, none of this is fake. This is genuinely me just playing. So when I make mistakes, I make mistakes just as you guys would, okay? I'm not trying to do it for demonstration purposes. If I am, I'll show you and tell you that. So when we come over to this, I'm going to be really focusing on this now, and I'll call out if I don't do it right. So if I mishit it, I'll say. Sounding much better. As you can hear, all of those were pretty much spot on. And obviously, as we start to focus on one other thing, our attention comes off of something else. So our shaker might start getting really juddery and, you know, not smooth. So again, once you feel like, okay, cool, I've got that down. Now look over at your shaker. Can I get more of an accent? Let's try and get more of an accent now. And again, if that's not happening or the shakers aren't sounding great with this or vice versa, then put the track back on. Just practice this. Now, the tricky part with this one is trying to get to the offbeat. So, one, and, we're getting that accent. This is going to take quite a lot of practice. The shaker's hard enough, and I'm sure any of you guys have tried it. Now getting on the offbeat. So if that's not working for you guys, let's go back to this. This. And just work through that and build that up. Now, one of the things that's unfortunate about having shakers is it's very hard to slow patterns down, because as you slow the shaker down, it's a completely different movement. And that makes this tricky to slow things down and work on it like we would on a drum kit. There's certain things you can't do on the drum kit, like trying to play a bass drum pedal fast. Again, you've got to just go for that speed. So it's a case of just practicing this. And I would really just sit with whatever you've got as a shaker and work with it and just get used to it. And like we were saying before, you know, try out different things. I find this one really hard to get even because I've not really used anything but square as a shaker. It kind of goes jip. So it's again moving it where you hold that. And just trying things out. So it's just a case of experimenting with this stuff. Seeing how we get on. So let's move over to guess the sounds now. I'm going to call Cloudy in on YouTube. And we've got the same ones for the whole of this week. So I'll run through them once Cloudy comes on. Hopefully we're going to have luck today. We haven't had very much luck with the technology recently, so fingers crossed we can get Cloudy on. Whilst we're waiting for Cloudy just to come on, these are our items for today. So we're going to do numbers today because Cloudy's not going to speak. So we'll do 1, 2, and 3. So 1 is the vegan multivitamins, vitamins. I've been listening to way too much American stuff recently online. The coffee and the peanut butter. The peanut butter is empty, the coffee is full. This is important because what we're going to do is we're actually going to play them on the top. I'm not going to shake them. So that will give you, just think about it. This has got more in it. This is very full and this is not so full. That's going to change the pitch of this, okay? I'm going to put these over here. I'm going to go for them. So sound number 1. I'm going to put these in order for me because I'm going to forget otherwise. Okay. So this is sound number 1. Sound number 2. I can actually stand in the camera now. 2. And sound number 3. So I'm just going to call out the different ones, and then Cloudy's going to say what she thinks it was, whether it's sound number 1, 2, or 3. So I'm going to go first of all with the peanut butter container. Was that sound 1, 2, or 3, Cloudy? She's gone for sound 1. Okay, sound number 1, in fact, was this one, the coffee. Okay, so we've obviously got 2 left now, so I think that actually gives the answer right already. That does, doesn't it? So sound number 2, we've got this. I didn't think about this before doing this. Is the multivitamins, and then sound number 3, we have got that. So now, the more that it's got in there, it's going to change the pitch, guys. So what I want you to do for tomorrow and next week, I want you to tell me what you think happens when we fill a container more or less, whether it goes higher or lower in pitch. And the way that we can try this out at home is just to fill up some glasses of water and play on them, and you can hear whether it's going to go higher or lower. You've probably seen a bunch of things, if you've been on TikTok especially, there's a load of guys that are doing like all crazy things, making songs and things out of, you know, the filling up different cups of water, different amounts. So you can figure that out. Let me know what the answer is to that, and then we will talk about that probably next week, because I imagine some people, I'm going to do the same thing tomorrow, and then we'll discuss it at the beginning of next week. So we're going to move over to Cloudy now. Instagram, we're just going to close down. I'm going to reopen just so these are 2 separate streams, and YouTube, just refresh this page and Cloudy will come straight up. Thank you for joining us. And right, here we go.